Good. So, good day, sir. So, we are the group 6 po. So, for today, sir, we are about to brainstorm as a group. So, first of all, sir, so magpapakilala muna kami isa-isa. So, I'm Julius A. Mata.
I'm Micaela Baisa.
I'm JQ I'm Janela Durancho.
Okay, sir. So, sino una mag-start ng discussion natin ngayon? Okay, so Gia, start na po.
Utilitarianism is a theory of morality that advocates actions that foster happiness or pleasure and oppose actions that cause unhappiness or harm, and directed toward making social, economic, or political decisions. A utilitarian philosophy would aim for the betterment of society as a whole. It holds that the most ethical choice is the one that will produce the greatest good for the greatest number.
Next po.
So, okay. So, may point si Gia doon. So, sinong next na magdi-discuss sa question number 2?
To answer the question number 2, an intervention is frequently conducted because either the family or the substance users has reached a breaking point. The family recognizes that their loved ones cannot or will not stop unless there is an internal impetus. It is unavoidable that a drug user will need some form of intervention to recognize the need for change. Much of that realization stems from the substance abuser's perception of a problem as well as coming to terms with how serious the problem has become. In some cases, simply knowing and admitting that there is a problem may not be enough motivations to take actions. A drug abuse intervention seeks to assist families in identifying and changing behaviors that may encourage substance. Change is unlikely to occur if the perceived benefits of drug use outweigh the consequences of that use. When substance users realize their inability to manage the problems or even themselves, they may be agreed to address it. This can apply to both family members and loved ones. Selfishness, restlessness, irritability, and malcontent are common characteristics of drug users. It is always someone else's fault, and the loved one would not be in the correct situation if it weren't for this, that, or the other. In other words, always a victim, never the cause of the problem. As a substance abuse process progresses, so does the ability to manipulate others and tell the truth. Sometimes a substance user agrees to seek help, especially when the pressure is on. A common issue is that the person using drugs decides what to do and where to go. Attending a meeting, finding a sponsors, or making an appointment with a therapist is usually suggested by a loved one. This may be sincere efforts that give the family hope. Some families witness their loved ones being admitted to a detox intensive outpatient centers or residential care facilities. The detox is a great place to start, but for many people, there is little to no follow up after that. Outpatient care is a valuable and effective level of care for some people.
Okay, so done na po tayo sa question number 2. So, dadako na po tayo sa question number 3, which is is it morally justified to destroy a stash of drugs or alcohol as a way of helping an addict. So para sa akin po is drug abuse is a problem that affects both individuals and society as a whole, raising issues of national, international regulation and individual rights as well as the limits of the law. So under these categories, ethical dilemmas could be connected to a general individual rights that is closely tied to a theory of human nature can be used to contrast the implication of adopting utilitarian assumptions. So neither argument supports the libertarian presumption against control because first it is a moral for an individual to choose to subject their mind and personality to drug control. And second, there are no moral justification for non-medical drug use, nor are there are any strong arguments in favor of doing so based on social or political theory. So next po.
So for the question number 4, which is connected from the question number 3, so why or why not? The fact is that addiction has a strong moral component both in its initial stages and during recovery. This is not to deny that intense compulsions a person is subject to while addiction is active and often in early stages of recovery too. The body craves the addictive substance and the individual relies heavily on the drug to get through life each day. At this point, these influences are overwhelming. Why is it morally justified to destroy drugs? It because we need to support each person who uses drugs regardless of how they look, their socioeconomic status, their age, their race, if they live in suburbs, in a small town. In a city, we need to address access to treatment. Increased harm reduction initiatives consider the cost of addiction, such as trauma and mental health issues, and break down the widespread discrimination against drug use rampant in our society. On the other hand, it relieves mental stress. Alcohol is believed to give instant relief from mental tension after tiring and stressful daily activities. And that is where the brainstorming of Group 6 ends.
So thank you sir for watching po.